A former intern is sharing stories about how Blake Lively made her cry.
As I walked out, I just started crying because I was afraid.
She and her husband are bullies.
Oh, babe, we've been played.
She was getting a lot of hate.
For years, Hollywood has been selling us the fantasy of Blake Lively, the effortlessly perfect it girl, the sweet, classy, everyone's bestie type. But now, that illusion is falling apart faster than her career because the people who actually worked with her, they have stories. And girl, let me tell you, it's not giving America's sweetheart. It's giving Regina George with a designer PR team.
This is a mean girl. This isn't a good person.
Blake has spent over a decade convincing us she's the nicest, most unproblematic actress in Hollywood. But the way crew members, interns, and even her own co-stars are coming forward, the receipts are damning. She wasn't just cold, she was ruthless. She wasn't just distant, she was downright cruel. And when people finally started talking, Hollywood was not ready for the real Blake Lively. But babe, it gets worse, because this isn't just hearsay. There is actual video proof of her humiliating a crew member, and once you see it, you'll never look at her the same way again.
At first, I was so upset that they hired Penn for Gossip Girl, I actually poisoned the whole cast against him. Oh, how sweet of you.
Imagine standing in front of a room full of people, big names, cameras flashing, everyone watching. Now imagine a famous actress, someone the world adores, mocking you in front of that entire audience. Well, that's exactly what Blake Lively did. A resurfaced clip just exposed Blake referring to a crew member as a monkey in front of a live audience. And girl, the way she laughed it off like it was nothing, the audacity. The crowd was uncomfortable. You can literally see people shifting in their seats. And yet, Blake didn't care. At first, her fans tried to defend her, saying it was taken out of context or a misunderstanding. But babe, how do you misunderstand that? The clip is right there, and the attitude is loud. And once this video started making the rounds, that's when more stories started spilling out. Because if Blake was bold enough to humiliate someone in public, imagine what she was doing behind closed doors.
Blake
Male
Lively
feminist.
it'll be very difficult for anyone to ever work with Blake Lively ever again.
One former intern didn't just confirm the rumors, she lived them. And what she went through, straight up traumatizing. According to her, Blake didn't just ignore people beneath her, she actively made sure they knew their place. She'd walk past crew members like they were invisible, refuse to acknowledge assistance, and when she actually did talk to them, it was never with kindness. This intern said that after just one interaction with Blake, she cried in the bathroom for 20 minutes. Not because she was sensitive, not because she was having a bad day, but because she was humiliated in front of everyone. Blake apparently belittled her in front of the entire crew, made snide comments about her work, and walked away laughing. And this is the same woman who acts like she's so down to earth in interviews. Babe, be so serious right now.
Typical fucking
Mean
bully.
Girl, yeah.
Also-
Wasn't she in Mean Girl?
Yeah, she
No,
was.
she was.
Wait.
No, she wasn't. That's
Gossip Girl.
Gossip
she was in
Girl.
Gossip.
Oh, Gossip Girl, yeah.
Girl movie?
Now, let's talk about Leighton Meester, because if you thought Blake only disrespected the crew, think again. For years, fans have speculated about why Leighton and Blake never had that beastie energy off screen. But girl, the truth is worse than anyone guessed. Blake wasn't just cold to Leighton, she was sabotaging her behind the scenes. She made snide comments about Leighton's looks, questioned her talent, and worst of all, spread rumors to make her look difficult to work with. And if there's one thing Hollywood hates, an actress with a bad attitude. One insider even revealed that Blake was furious whenever Leighton got attention. She wanted to be the only star of Gossip Girl, and when she couldn't control that, she turned nasty. But the pettiness didn't stop there.
Chuck has a matching pet monkey with coordinating outfits, and I was like, I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey. And then I got a few of them.
Oh, but Blake didn't just freeze out Leighton. She also had it out for Penn Badgley, and the way she handled it, straight up villain behavior. She allegedly turned the entire cast against him just because she didn't like him. And when Blake Lively doesn't like you, she makes sure everyone knows it. Penn, who was once tight with the cast, suddenly found himself isolated. Group hangouts, he wasn't invited, interviews, the vibe was weird. And the worst part? He had no idea why. It wasn't until later that insiders realized Blake had poisoned the entire set against him. And now, Hollywood is connecting the dots.
She admits to poisoning the whole cast against co-star.
For years, the industry protected Blake. She was the fashion darling, the magazine cover star, the girl next door everyone adored. But now, that protection is vanishing because Hollywood does not play when it comes to bad behavior. They dropped Katherine Heigl like a bad habit. They erased Armie Hammer overnight. They shut Shia LaBeouf out completely. And now, Blake Lively is next on the list. Her PR team is desperate to fix this. But at this point, it might be too late because the worst part of this scandal, it's not even over yet. Blake's legal war with Justin Baldoni is about to take this to a whole new level. And girl, the details coming out are shocking.
I mean, now other footage is coming out of Blake Lively admitting, hey, when I get involved with projects, they hire me as the actress, and sometimes I don't really tell them, but I actually want to come in and I want to rewrite it, and I want to be a producer, and I want to do all of these things.
Girl, when Hollywood starts distancing itself, you know a celeb is in trouble. And right now, Blake Lively is losing support left and right. At first, her team tried to bury the drama, acting like the crew member accusations and that disastrous leaked video were just internet gossip. But babe, Hollywood isn't buying it, because the moment actual insiders started speaking out, that's when everything changed. Casting directors, silent, brand deals, falling apart, her so-called friends in the industry, not defending her. And if you think that's bad, it's about to get a whole lot worse, because now even former co-stars are starting to spill the truth. And girl, the things they're saying, you will not believe.
It was just a conversation starter. You know, she was sitting there. I think she was probably 8 months pregnant. She had it wasn't a small bump even. It was quite big.
You have a baby on the way. Congratulations.
What makes you say that?
The shark told me.
You know you don't ever say that to a woman.
For years, Leighton Meester kept quiet about what really went down on Gossip Girl. She took the high road, ignored the rumors, and let people believe whatever they wanted. But now, she doesn't have to say a word, because the truth is already coming out. Insiders are confirming what fans suspected all along. Blake was jealous of Leighton and did everything in her power to make her life miserable. She didn't just mock her behind the scenes, she allegedly told producers Leighton wasn't, leading lady material, trying to make sure she wouldn't get the same star treatment. But here's the thing, Leighton didn't need Blake's approval. She was booking roles, landing magazine covers, and actually had the talent to back it up. And now, people are realizing who the real star of Gossip Girl was. And Hollywood? They love a redemption arc. With Blake's career crumbling, people are suddenly rallying around Leighton, the one who always stayed classy, unproblematic, and professional. And now that Blake is the one being exposed, Leighton is winning without even trying.
I probably have diapers in the car. Honestly, if that would help, I could just give you some of those. Thank you. The diapers, not the kids.
Now let's talk about the one person who has the most to lose in all of this. Ryan Reynolds. Ryan has spent years building his brand as the funny, likable, scandal-free guy. His entire image is based on being the cool, relatable husband with the perfect marriage to Blake Lively. But now, that image is shattering, because the longer this scandal goes on, the harder it becomes for Ryan to keep playing the perfect husband role. Fans are already side-eyeing him, wondering, did he know about Blake's behavior all along? Has he been covering for her? And most importantly, will he be the next to go down with her? Ryan is a businessman first, and if there's one thing he won't let happen, it's letting Blake's scandals ruin his brand. And girl, the rumors are already swirling, because apparently, Ryan is planning his exit.
Can you say hi to Stephanie? It's my girlfriend.
Hi, Stephanie.
Thank you.
You should leave him.
You know it's bad when Hollywood's elite suddenly start acting like they don't know you. Blake used to be the darling of the fashion world, sitting front row at every designer show, getting custom couture looks, and securing every major brand deal. But now, it's radio silence. Sources say that brands are quietly dropping her, designers are avoiding her, and the invites she used to get aren't coming anymore. And let's talk about her famous friend group. Because where are they? Where is Taylor Swift, who was always spotted hanging out with her? Where is Anna Wintour, who once put her on the cover of Vogue? Where are all the A-list actresses who used to hype her up? Nowhere to be found. Because in Hollywood, loyalty is a business decision, and right now, Blake Lively is bad for business.
Is accused of having turned the whole cast of It Ends With Us against Justin. By the time they premiered the movie, Ryan Reynolds had unfollowed him on Insta, so had Blake, so had the rest of the cast.
Oh babe, if you thought losing brand deals and Hollywood support was bad, her legal battle with Justin Baldoni is about to make things so much worse. Because this isn't just some petty drama. This is a full-blown legal war. Justin Baldoni is reportedly fighting back hard against Blake, and the allegations coming out, they could destroy her career for good. So What is she being accused of? What does Justin really know? And could this be the scandal that finally gets Blake blacklisted? Oh, girl, you are not ready for what's coming next.
Justin Baldoni purchased the rights to the book, It Ends With Us. He is the producer, director, and one of the lead actors in it.
Blake Lively thought she could just ignore the drama, let things die down, and wait for Hollywood to move on. But now, that's impossible. Because her legal war with Justin Baldoni isn't just making headlines, it's exposing everything. First, people assumed this was just an industry dispute, something that would be settled quietly. But the latest leaks, they suggest something much bigger. This isn't just about money or creative disagreements. This lawsuit is reportedly pulling back the curtain on Blake's behind-the-scenes power moves, her alleged efforts to control her public image, and even legal threats she may have used to keep people quiet. Hollywood loves a scandal, but what it doesn't love? A celebrity who makes the industry look bad. And now, it's becoming painfully clear that Blake's nice girl act was just that, an act. And when Hollywood realizes a star isn't worth the trouble anymore, they drop them fast.
She took over every single aspect of the movie. The movie was really aimed at, providing education and insight and relating to the stories of what women go through when they experience DV. She made it a lighthearted thing.
The industry is brutal when it comes to scandals like this. It doesn't matter how famous you are. If you're no longer profitable, you're done. And right now, Blake Lively is looking like a bad investment. Producers are already looking for replacements in projects she was once rumored for. Casting directors are second-guessing her appeal. Even designers, the same ones who used to rush to dress her for every red carpet, are now going silent. Nobody wants to be the one backing an actress who's caught in a full-blown PR disaster, and behind the scenes, names are already being thrown around as her potential replacements. Sydney Sweeney, Anya Taylor-Joy, even Margot Robbie, younger, unproblematic, and bankable stars who can easily step into roles that were once considered Blake's territory. Hollywood is moving on, and for Blake, that's the real nightmare.
So she filed a lawsuit before actually having clear evidence? And we're supposed to just continue to believe her.
Now, let's talk about Ryan Reynolds, because his silence, it's deafening. Ryan has built his entire public image on being the funny, relatable husband, the guy who constantly hypes up his wife and turns their marriage into a brand. But now, he's nowhere to be found. Normally, Ryan would have already made a sarcastic comment online, laughed off the controversy, or even subtly defended Blake without making it a big deal. But this time, nothing. No jokes, no damage control, no support, and in Hollywood, that kind of silence is never a coincidence. The longer Ryan stays quiet, the more people are starting to wonder, is he trying to protect his own brand? Because let's be real, Ryan Reynolds is a businessman first. He has his movie career, his multi-million-dollar business deals, and his reputation to think about. If Blake's scandals start dragging him down too, he won't let that happen, and the whispers are already starting. Insiders claim Ryan is weighing his options and may already be planning his exit strategy. If he walks away now, he can frame it as a clean break, avoid getting pulled into the drama, and move on with his career untouched. And honestly, at this point, it's starting to look like that's exactly what he's going to do.
Everyone's seeing through it. They're seeing through the BS. And, at the end of the day, they're the ones who are seeking gag orders against Baldoni from releasing information, whereas his team is saying, nope, let's put out everything.
Blake's PR team is scrambling behind the scenes, doing everything they can to turn this around. They've been planting positive stories in the media, pushing for exclusive interviews where Blake can try to spin the narrative, and reaching out to high-profile allies to come to her defense. But it's not working. The internet isn't buying it. Social media is dragging her name daily, with people calling her out for years of fake relatability and carefully crafted PR stunts. Comment sections are filled with fans saying they always knew something felt off, that she always seemed too perfect to be real. No matter how hard her team pushes back, the damage is already done. Hollywood is turning the page, and Blake Lively is quickly becoming old news.
And in the end, that's exactly what happened. He didn't even get to see the final cut of the movie.
Get out of here.
Because Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds came in with their own team, their own editors. They completely hijacked this thing.
It's starting to look like there's no way out of this. Because in Hollywood, once you get the reputation of being difficult, fake, or problematic, it sticks. Katherine Heigl tried to come back after her bad attitude got her blacklisted. But she was never the same. Shia LaBeouf tried to reinvent himself, but the industry shut him out. Armie Hammer? gone, erased, forgotten, and now Blake Lively is dangerously close to joining that list. The industry is done covering for her. Fans are turning on her, her A-list friends are distancing themselves, and Ryan Reynolds? Well, if he leaves, then it's really over. So what happens next? Hollywood could blacklist her completely, making it nearly impossible for her to book major projects. Ryan could end their marriage, saving himself before her scandals start affecting his career. Or, in one final desperate attempt, Blake could try one last PR stunt to fix her image. But let's be real, at this point, her career will never be the same. Hollywood is moving on, and Blake Lively, she might never recover from this. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to me, and ring the bell so you will be first to get notified about newest drama.